There.
I have been recording, so do you want to clap?
No, I'm good. You sound good.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, let me bring us in with the music, baby. Ready? Here we go. Crying?
Yeah, the Hoppy Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Hoppy Boys, where good buds talk about drinking suds. I am Brian Bielicki.
And I'm your co-host, of course, of the Creepy Uncle of Podcasting, aka Uncle Cream. Hi, Diddle Cream Nation, recording live as always from the Crematorium. I'm your editor-in-chief here at Cream Weekly, Dr. Officer Cream reporting for duty.
Creamiest cream.
Creamiest cream. Wow. Brian, we're back on a good schedule here. We're both drinking last week's drink of the week. We both have a couple old fashions in front of us.
Right.
Not gonna lie to you, I am playing hurt a little bit today. I was at Friendsgiving last night.
Oh yes.
I woke up with one of the worst headaches I've had in a long time, and I feel like I didn't drink that much. And maybe
Did
it's
you have
just
turkey?
I didn't have turkey actually. We had a rotisserie chicken
No
from
turkey.
Costco. That was the turkey on the
Okay.
table.
I was just say usually turkey dries me out, so I was wondering if you had enough gravy with your turkey.
No.
Keep you hydrated.
You know what we did have? We had a beef Wellington.
What?
Richie made a beef Wellington. It was insane that he tried to do that, and it worked, and it was pretty good, amazingly.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I felt like shit this morning. I don't understand why. Maybe we're getting close to 30, sadly enough.
Yeah.
But we'll get into all that a little bit later. I don't want to waste too much time here because we have a huge guest, not in size, but in personality. And we have lots to talk about. So let's bring him right in here. It is world famous podcast producer. BBD is here. Hello.
I can't thank you enough for saying I'm not huge in size.
I know. It happens on every podcast you come on to. It's so rude.
Oh, people get so nervous. But they're like, oh, we talk about how big he is or isn't.
Here is our fattest guest ever. Breaking records. Well, thanks for joining us.
No way I'm number one.
No way. No.
No way.
Depends on the year, but Peter would argue he's been the fattest, but he really oversells his fatness. He's like
No.
He's tight.
He cut down.
He cut down. He yo-yos.
Again, after we all know after getting married you become handsome.
Yes.
And he really leaned into that one.
Yeah, I don't hear enough about that.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm sure Peter loves that he gets mentioned in the first 3 minutes of the podcast, and it's about him, about his weight. He loves that already. But yeah, we have you here on a beer podcast. And I know you're not much of a beer man. Explain yourself.
Yeah, a lot of tummy aches, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something doesn't cooperate great, but that's why we pivoted to the seltzer route, and boy can I. I'm a lightweight there as well, but I can drink those.
Okay.
No tummy ache outside of like the normal, like if you drink a lot of anything, you'll get a tummy ache, but
Right.
not the inherent one that beer gets me.
I really think we should start trying to really focalize in on the beer that you can drink the most without getting a tummy ache. And that's the best beer. Maybe that's a criteria for Malt Madness. We have to.
I thought you were going to say that we should any guest that wants to come on and doesn't like beer, we say, I don't care. You drink what we like. Like you do exactly what we say.
Your show. I mean, I would have gotten a stomach ache for you guys.
Oh wow!
But
that's what we hope everybody says.
I am grateful that that's not the direction we're heading.
Is it like a one and done? Like you have one or two, and you're like, oh man, is it an immediate like gluten thing?
I'm just I'm like batting 1,000 on just like
Wow.
by the time I'm done with it,
Right.
bloated tummy ache.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. Never been like tested for an allergy or
Yeah,
anything,
it's not
but
worth
it's probably some allergy.
Yeah, that'll do it. So I don't want to get into this too quickly, so we'll steer clear of diving into White Claw territory. But is the White Claw something that you have? Oh, here it goes for a sip. Puts it down. Wow. Oh, there it goes. Should I take a sip too? No, I'll sip my old
Let's
fashioned.
all sip once.
I would take a sip.
Do you have
nobody
history
talks.
with White Claw prior to this? Like, what is your history? Did you start drinking these in the college, or where were you at in college?
I'm trying to think of what year they got like popular.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was probably still in college.
I think it was like
But
2018.
in general, if that number's right, which it does sound right, I was in college, and I don't think I had them a ton then, but they've been somewhat of a go-to as far as like what I'll keep around the house and have intermittently.
As far as college goes, were you a massive party animal, and what was your poison back then?
Dude, like if we're being honest
We
and
are.
not doing bits, and I'm gonna answer your questions with such honesty.
Yes, that's what we're here to do.
I'm honestly just like not a big drinker in general. I do it.
Yeah.
I do it. But
so what's the bit
so
version
I'm
of that
not
answer?
a big partier. Like huge partier. You couldn't get me away from this stuff.
That's a cool guy right there.
Most during the week, I am usually hammered.
Closest to the.
Like I don't know. Like I didn't like drink in high school, not by like choice or anything. I just kind of happened to not
right.
do it.
Yeah.
I know why it is. It's because I didn't have friends who were like.
There's a good reason here.
Drinking by yourself is no way to learn how to drink. So.
All right.
So it was. I remember one time at baseball practice. I guess it was my senior year. Like one of the guys on the team was like, "Hey Dave, why don't you like ever drink?" I was like, "You guys have not asked me to drink."
Invite me.
So basically, like I didn't. That was my friend Kevin, who I haven't really talked to since high school. So shout out Kevin.
Shout out Kevin. We love doctor people on this podcast.
If he's listening. If he's listening, I don't know, reach out. I'd say hi.
Say hi. Invite me to the party.
I know he lives in Chicago now.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know, didn't like it start off, didn't like in high school, it wasn't like the activity for fun.
Right.
And I don't know, got to college and I never got like big into it. It was not generally attracted to parties or whatever, so I was mostly hanging out. Probably not until I was like it was definitely after 21 the first time I like got drunk.
Oh
wow!
Like
nice.
actually drank.
Right.
So
what did you do differently? Because I remember listening to your Girls and Co. episode, and actually that's what inspired me to reach out. I'm like, oh yeah, he was a really good interview. I want to have him on, and that would be fun for us. And it was interesting to hear about like your experience with it's true. We're not lying here yet. But I thought it was interesting to hear about your high school experience and going into college. Like, did you do anything differently going into college that made you just this cool, attractive man that was just all of a sudden welcome for friends?
Let's see. I had kissed 0 people by the time I ended high school.
Right. You were sick of it. Like,
so that was
you get my lips on some
part
other
of
lips.
it. That was crazy. No, I don't know. I didn't like I was an EMT in high school. I was and the shift I did was Friday nights, so that's one night of the weekend. That was just like out.
Yeah.
Driving.
I obviously stayed on that path. So I don't know.
So nothing changed. If people
I was doing that Friday nights and playing a lot of baseball, and that was
hell yeah,
kind of it.
Right.
Did some by senior year. I did some Jewish youth group stuff, but that's the opposite of cool.
Nobody's getting horny for for that group.
It's not a fetish. I know that.
I thought it might be, and it just turned out not.
I like joined like to play in the Jewish basketball league because I thought like, oh, I could like cook in that, and frankly, I did.
Yeah.
Compared to like what my skill set actually is. But the thing about that is girls didn't come watch that.
Really?
So again, that translated to 0 kisses for me, which is crazy.
That's weird.
How that works.
Not even
somebody
for
who was
mom?
okay in Jewish basketball league.
Right.
No, my dad came and watched once.
Okay.
But that was it.
And he wanted to kiss you when he saw you. He's like, oh man, gotta give that boy a kiss.
I'm sure he'd have loved to.
Well, I'm glad you eventually got your kiss in college.
Those are some things I did in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, got one.
Nice.
One.
One little peck from your professor on a good job.
So
Yeah,
I just want to tell you,
get an A.
you had a I kind of heard a comment that you didn't drink in high school at all. So is that true?
Yeah, and not because like certainly not because of a principled stance.
Yeah.
Or like strict parents. My mom would all the time be like, "Hey, you know, I like drank in high school. It's okay."
She's trying to push it on you.
I was like, "Well, Mom, I'm not invited to parties."
Yeah.
So
That's like when I got
Now,
a.
do you remember?
I just didn't end up in situations where it was presented, so
Mm-hmm.
it didn't happen. I think somewhere between senior year and freshman year of college, my like group of friends who by the way, like they're my closest group of friends right now, like my boys from high school. We were friends the whole way, but we finally like made ourselves a group the last week of school. So that's how that always goes.
Yeah.
So like twice that summer I think we like split 6-packs among like the four of us.
Hell yeah.
And
Perfect
oh,
split.
and this is a good story. That's good for this show. The first night of that, I like had two. It was Mike's Hard Lemonades actually. I had like 2 of them, and I also do not throw up and am like deathly scared of it. And rodents like my 2 biggest like phobias. I hate doing it.
It does
Say
suck.
rodents?
So then like 2. So I
Rodents.
was like 2 rodents. I don't handle those very well. but look, to the flip side is like I can take care of the bugs. If like there's
okay,
a
that's
bug
good.
in the
Yeah,
apartment, I can handle those. Obviously, I can get startled by anything.
Yeah, right.
You don't expect to see it. I'll let out a mini gasp, but
Yeah.
then I can take
Like,
care
oh,
of it.
it's just a bug, not a rodent. Thank God.
Then between 2 and 3 White Claws in, I was like, oh God, I think I'm like gonna throw up. I hadn't gotten drunk yet. So I was like, oh, this is what happens when you drink. You got to throw up. This is a little. I guess it was
Every
in the
time.
back of my head. That was another reason to not start drinking. Was like, well, I know that leads to throwing up, and I hate doing
Every
that.
time without fail.
So, yeah, if you drink too much, which I thought was too much, so I had like 3 of them in like an hour, and we were drinking at my house actually, and I kind of kicked the boys out, and I was like, guys,
you
I'm
gotta
sick. You gotta go. And like I went and I like sat in front of the toilet, really kicking this off with an embarrassing story. The part people listen to.
I didn't
the
even
hardest.
really pull this out of you. You just
like,
giving it to us.
Yeah, I just thought of it, and I haven't gotten to share this anywhere in my life, probably because I buried it. And then I like pulled my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna throw up. Can you please just sit with me in the bathroom? I'm so scared because I hate throwing up. And it was just one big burp. I'd never really burped. I just had to burp.
I
It
thought
was
I burped
bubbly.
until that burp. I'm like, wow, this is a burp.
Yeah, because I happen to not really burp either. There's a lot of things I kind of don't do.
You don't burp in general.
Yeah. I kind of
man.
don't burp. Like I get like one big one a year. It happened last week at
It's
work.
your yearly
It was
allowance
crazy.
of burp.
Like obviously like baby ones here and there, but like one like
Right.
big one.
Like
I
baby
would
burps.
say.
Like a
Yeah.
guttural, really
Yeah.
louder.
Yeah. Like the kind people do on purpose all the time. I get
Yeah.
one of those a year, and it's
Yeah.
never by my choice.
Interesting.
So,
something
I don't
similar
know.
To that happened
That
to me
was-
when I was a kid too. It was gas related. I remember I was like 5, and my grandma thought I was dying. Drove me to the ER, and I laid on this bed for like an hour, and the doctor was like, we can't figure out what's wrong with you. Do me a favor. Can you lift your knees to your chest? And I was like, okay. Just ripped a huge fucking fart. And I was like, I feel great now. Like, yeah, that was it. That was the whole thing.
All right, $700, please.
Farting is something I do.
You're a bottom gas guy, not a top gas.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. That resonates with me.
I love that we're getting all this good stuff in before the mark where people drop off. So everyone's still going to catch this.
Yeah.
They haven't lost interest yet. So you're lucky.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I needed to squeeze that in.
Okay, great. Brian, we should probably get into our first segmundo. What do you think?
Let's kick it.
All right.
What did you drink last week?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just going to start because I had a bunch to drink yesterday.
Go do it.
I had a bunch of New England IPAs from Root and Branch Beer Company
Okay.
in Copac. They're very good. They made me feel very bad. I did not have to throw up. Sometimes like the hangover will go hand in hand with like all of it feels bad. You feel like the headache and the heart palpitations in the stomach, but it was really just like seething headache, just a really tough one. I don't think I really had anything else besides beer. Usually like I'll get crazy and mix it up a little bit, but I think that was mostly it. I think Friday night I did have one old fashioned because last week me and Brian continued our obsession with that lovely fall classic. That's really it. It was just a good fun time over at the Neary household. Lots of stories shared, food shared, and I think at some point Richie got way too real with us and got sad about his brother. It was like, all right, I think we're like sharing feelings tonight. I didn't sign up for this. I think at some point Chris was like trying to change the topic of conversation, and Richie's like, no, Chris, sit down. I'm really going to tell you something. And he's like, oh. Yeah, he like lets out an audible like, oh, come on. Like didn't want to hear about his problems.
You're my friend, but not that much.
Not that kind of friend, not emotional side piece. So that was funny. That's mostly all I had to drink. I don't know. BBD, did you have anything to drink within the past week or two?
Right before this, I was at my buddy Greg's. Well, I don't know. It wasn't his. But he arranged it, and it happens to be his birthday. I was about to say it was a birthday thing. I didn't even realize it was his birthday.
He threw himself a birthday party. It's embarrassing.
A group of us were at a bar nearby. I left there an hour ago.
Oh. You are part animal.
So I had 2 vodka sodas there.
Nice. BBD is lit for the
at
show.
a bar near me.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that is.
BBD showing soon at a bar near you. That's exciting.
A bar near me.
Right. Come to the bar near me and you'll see me.
What like
coming soon to a bar
cool
near me.
Manhattanite you are, just like on the prowl, young up and coming. What are you called? I guess like a media person. I don't know what your job title is.
Sure.
Media guy.
One of the guys that were two of the guys in the group like didn't I had not met previously, but they did. But I figured out they knew who I was, and one guy was like kind of like too complimentary, and I was like, oh, it's not that.
No, it's not.
It's like saying like, oh, congrats on like all the success. I was like, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I only did so much, man. Thanks.
I was on the call for Aaron Boone every week, but no big deal.
So yes, thank you, but I have no idea how to answer that graciously.
Yeah, I fully understand that. Not that I ever get complimented, but if I do, I'm like, enough.
If you ever get one,
then I don't like it. That's why they don't compliment. They know, like, oh, he wouldn't want that.
Not even outside of the podcast, you're saying.
No, yeah, exactly.
No compliment.
No, please never.
Never.
Do you ever get recognized on the streets of Manhattan? I know Jimmy and Jake probably get it more, but do you ever like get stopped and be like, oh, look at you?
Definitely not as much as them. I'd say because I walk to and from the office every week. I'm about a 30-minute commute. I'm good for at least like one a week. Somebody
nice
like give me like oh hey, big fan.
Nice.
Thanks, man. One time a guy like ran over to say hi. But then we were kind of just like both walking the same way. So then I just kind of like walked with him for 3 blocks. And I was definitely walking like a little slower than he wanted to be walking, but he enjoyed chatting.
Like, hey man, that's not my pace, but I'm gonna stay right here.
Yeah. And I'm in a weird like tweener Manhattan pace, but that's life.
I mean, you've lived there most of your life or whole life?
I mean, in Jersey, the general area.
Yeah.
Northeast New York.
You have the right
guy.
to walk the pace that you want to walk. You've earned it.
Yeah, it'll be like then I'm like with somebody who's not from here, and they're like asking me to slow down. I'm like, all right, sure.
I was constantly in a state of like being asked to slow down in high school. Like I was always like on a mission to
on the move.
Even like outside, we were like, oh, let's go to our friend's house, and I was
all right,
very
running,
very active walker.
Yeah, I feel like I've never lived in the city, and I hope to never. But if I did have to, I think I got a good like minimum pace. My minimum pace is pretty brisk. I got to hang with the big dogs.
Brian, do it.
Brian, do you? I kind of want to skip you, but Just,
It'll
do
be
you
quick.
do you want to say anything?
Didn't drink.
Wow.
No drinks. No drinks last week.
Since we last talked?
Besides, I guess we count the drink of the
Besides the
week.
10 old fashions I had last night.
Right, for the podcast. That's work.
It's work, baby.
It's not fun drinks.
No.
No drinks. Darian's been actively sober for the past 30 some odd days. So
She's doing a whole
I've been,
30?
like she did a whole 30 and then some. So she's still going.
Nice.
And I'm kind of just like, well, if you're not drinking, then I don't really need to. So
it is kind of funny. Like, I wonder that too. Like, Nicole said that her parents, like when her mom was pregnant with, I think her sister, her dad just didn't drink the whole time, which I guess kind of makes sense because like that's if you're anything like the two of you hang out and you'd go out together. So I wonder if I'm going to do the same thing. If I'm going to be stone cold sober for 9-10 months, or you get a free driver wherever, and then you just start getting shit faced and you make your pregnant wife drive you around.
Yeah,
Getting way
I
drunker
got
than
really
normal.
into like other like meth, like other stuff.
Oh, okay. You just get into drugs when your wife gets
Hard
pregnant.
drugs. Yeah, that's the
Right.
Yeah, I went the other way. So
Cool.
Darian too. She's alcohol sober. She's into all.
Oh, you
lot of
didn't
stuff.
specify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Molly, MDMA.
Shit.
Quaaludes.
I've been asking her to stop doing other drugs, but
Right, I'm pleading. It's really destroying our relationship. But like, she's off alcohol, which is that was never a problem.
never a problem.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
she would have like one beer after work. But
Like, I gotta
really
stop.
Nice, actually, it's kind of relaxing. And then
she's like, oh, well, that's the easiest to cut out.
What a cop out.
It's tough. We're really going through a tough time right now. So,
Oh,
but
but
no alcohol.
good. I guess we'll get into the
Not us.
alcohol of the week. Just chugs his drink.
All right. So teeing this up, we have another classic 4-pack episode. It's been a while. Brendan, you and I were talking about this beforehand.
That was my first sip of that. There's a lot going on.
It's been kind of a while since we've done a 4-pack.
It has been a while. I don't know what the last one is. I don't care to look it up.
Actually, it's a lie. We did 2 episodes ago with Mel. We did
Fairly
we did a White Claw 4-pack. How about that?
There you go. You need some more qualifiers.
Different. So we're doing the White Claw Surf pack, which is just like fun flavors, more fun flavors, different
sound fun.
flavors.
So when I saw the pack, the flavors do sound fun, which worried me because I feel like White Claw is at its best when it is keeping things simple. So seeing a lot of words on a can, one, difficult to read. Two,
lens.
yeah. And two, it just makes me nervous that something's gonna go wrong in here. Off the bat, I like the big swing. I'm tasting a lot. I've never had a yuzu before. I know it's like an up and coming fruit. But I hear they're good.
Dude,
I had never heard of it. I had never heard of it either until at some point, like a pack of energy drinks ended up at the office, and one of the flavors in there had yuzu involved. And then one of the guys in our office, who Audio Jack, I'll shout him out, went to Japan recently, and he then like told me all about it.
I know yuzu.
So that was like within the last month, and now this pops up.
It's everywhere now.
So that's how that always goes.
So do you feel like it's accurate compared to the other yuzu flavor you had? Does this taste like yuzu?
I didn't try the other one, but
you just saw it.
But I did like the flavors I'm getting here.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to say that, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide this time, bud.
I do just want to post something in Gen Chat really quick because this is I searched YouTube to see what it was, and this is what I found. It's yuzu mayo.
Oh,
which
delicious.
is it's kind of fun. But I realized that yuzu pineapple is one of the liquid IVs that I drink like every fucking day.
Interesting.
So this tastes very different. If you're wondering.
So you seem like Brian, the kind of person that would have had yuzu somewhere, some shape before this, besides your liquid IV. Have you?
I think the liquid IV was the only other thing. Maybe the only thing I can think of is Asian Fusion in New Paltz. We might have had a yuzu drink, like a yuzu cocktail at some point.
Yeah.
Besides that, no.
Yeah. I'm a big.
It's just a lemon. I think it's just a lemon.
Yeah, it
with
seems
the
very
Japanese.
like tart,
Pretty much.
citrus.
Yeah.
Going on.
Tart's a good word for it.
Very tart. I've never had like. I think one of the tartest White Claws there are is probably that blackberry one, which I do like. I'm a tart fan. Off the bat, this was very like nerd-esque.
Yeah.
Very nerdy.
I kind of like it. I'm pleasantly surprised with initial sips and then sips thereafter.
Yeah, I felt.
Oh, you go, baby. You got something cooking.
Yeah, I felt initially punched a little by the flavor.
Yeah.
In that, just like, ooh, it's that tartness, and usually I get the opposite feelings, but I kind of liked. Oh, you get me. And then like I kind of liked the aftertaste, which usually nothing that ever comes out like and the aftertaste is mentioned and it was like good.
Right.
But I felt like it aged well within my mouth.
Right. The longer it's stuck in my mouth, and the longer it's digesting, the more it tasted better. Yeah, I think it is like a big punch. Like if you're on the video feed, you saw my initial reaction. Yeah. It was maybe like a combination of surprised and scared, more than anything else. So yeah, it was a warhead like face. I do like it, but I could see myself not wanting like back to back drinks of this because it is a lot. Point. Yeah.
I'm curious after we have other ones if I was having a night with these four, if it's. I'm curious what order I would think of as like the optimal way to do these. I feel like this one would be a decent like palate cleanser one, right. But I could be so wrong.
That's a good exercise too, because there's a few like music podcasts I listen to. One of them, they'll talk about like Brian, the Are You Talking Heads? My Talking Head guys. Right. They'll talk about an album that they love and be like, you know what? I feel like if we like shifted the songs around in this album, I would like the album better, just based on like the order of the tracks. So I can see that being the case with a White Claw pack. Yeah,
it's kind of interesting because like where you open up from in the White Claw world is like where you're starting. Like I started
like where you open up in the box physically.
Yeah, I started from the acai side, so like
ooh.
I don't know what was on the bottom, but I guess it might have been the yuzu. So like
that's a good point. You brought something up I wanted to ask too. Off the bat, seeing the flavors, any one of you see something that you're like the most excited to have off the jump? Because I was pretty pumped up for the acai to begin.
Yeah, I think anything blue.
I think that one's my answer here. The others have words that concern me involved, and I'm not concerned about either of the words on Wildberry Acai Smash.
Yeah. Anything I get excited for with these kind of flavors too, I like, it's going to be the worst one because I want it the most. It's going to be horrible.
Right. And I have already hyped it up in my head.
Yeah.
Because the other ones that we're talking about, the tropical pomelo, just don't know what's going to be involved there, so that's scary. And watermelon lime, I'm excited for, but watermelon, in my experience, has been like hit or miss as far as its inclusion in beverages.
Drinks. The only one I really like in
so that like, I could not like that instantly.
Right? No, I totally agree. It could be very bad because like I think the White Claw watermelon actually is a pretty bad one. The High Noon watermelon is one of my favorite watermelon drinks that exist. That was like what turned me on.
That's one I like.
The seltzer game in general. I know it's like not a hard seltzer; it's a hard cocktail, or whatever.
Mixed drink.
But that one's got a nice little tart bite at the end too. I think that's what keeps me coming back for these kind of drinks. Is like I can't just have full sweet. I need a little bit of sourness going along with it.
Yeah.
Brian hates all watermelon things, so he has no say.
I do. Canonically, do not like. I don't like watermelon in general. So like the fake watermelon is even more exacerbated by that. I do kind of forget that big name websites put cringy descriptions of their drinks online so people can never read them. I don't understand who these descriptions are for, but I feel like it might be kind of funny and fun to read. So, Citrus Yuzu Smash is a sensational collision of our signature lemon combined with exotic yuzu for a taste that's unbelievable and uniquely White Claw surf.
That was something that Audio Jack wrote. Our yuzu expert.
I feel like that came from Audio Jack.
Almost definitely. Yeah, I think that about sums it up perfectly. I couldn't have said it any better myself.
They nailed it.
Are you? We rate these at the end, right? Because I think like, getting context for the whole pack, I think helps like kind of place them with a number, right?
Right.
Okay.
And also, I guess full disclosure, we usually do not finish all of the
Yeah, you don't
drinks,
have
so,
to finish. You can take a sip if you want of a certain can. You are not obligated to crush them.
No,
but if you don't,
because
everyone will be disappointed.
Talk about 2 White Claws an hour, 3 White Claws an hour. How about 4?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna burp so hard.
I got Mom on speed dial.
Mom, can you sit with me on speed dial?
Drive here from Rhode Island as fast as you can because I need to burp.
It's only 5 hours, Mom. I swear.
I know you have a big lunch tomorrow. Okay.
And we will stay all night on this record and make sure we get Mama David on the pod. Are you ready? Are you ready for?
Are you guys ready to?
drink number 2? Oh, we said the same.
Yeah.
She doesn't pick up for me anymore. Yeah.
All right. Next up is Tropical Pomelo Smash.
Okay. Did they just reverse the color scheme of these two?
There's more pink in this
Little
one
more
than
pink,
Yuzu is like yellow orange,
got the
and this
pink
one's got.
tab.
It's like the next one up.
Very
though.
close. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If
Like-
you're,
like
looking
if you-
for pink,
It's
that
kind of
you're
a nice
at Home Depot.
Yeah. Home Depot.
Yeah, you can find these at your local Home. I had to go to Home Depot to find this pack.
Oh.
Uh,
Gotcha.
I love when they give you the colored tabs. I mean, we talked about that in other White Claw episodes.
Oh yes.
But when they skimp you on a colored tab, I get so mad.
It's the allure.
I do like the colored tab.
Yeah.
I've never put my mind towards that before, but I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice aesthetic.
Yeah.
And now I'll never not think about it.
You're
It's
welcome.
fun.
These are.
I think did Monster Energy drinks start the colored tab?
Ooh, the big. They might have. And Red Bull does it too, right? Do the Blue Boys?
They got. I don't know if they started it because they do have the punch out of the little bowl. But they might have done that too.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know, Monster Energy drinks.
I wonder if this is going to be a theme with these, just being like sweet tarts,
Citrus.
citrus.
Yeah, I was gonna ask before. Like they have added sugar in them, and I don't think other White Claws have added like any added sugar.
I think they do.
Okay,
I think a little bit.
I'm wrong.
I think you're a
50-50.
fool.
They do or they don't.
They do or they don't. One of us is right.
Ugh.
I think this to me is like a better version of the grapefruit one.
Agreed.
I don't know if you're a grapefruit stan or not, BBD.
I support the traditional grapefruit.
Mm-hmm.
I would have this beneath that one for me.
Okay.
But the other one I would have as like the enhanced version of the lemon. But this one I have as the dehanced version of the grapefruit.
Wow.
Oh.
So a harsh disagreement, and he was screaming the whole time at us. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. No, I think it's just because the two of us aren't like big grapefruit people, and this is like I guess a little bit further removed from the grapefruit world. So
that makes sense.
We appreciate that.
Because I think there's a difference between like the grapefruit that we eat as Americans and a pomelo. Like I think a pomelo is a type of grapefruit.
Oh.
I think I could be wrong. I don't know the taxonomy of the pomelo versus the grapefruit.
Right.
But I think they're different.
Yeah, in my head, I sort of knew it was like related to it, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I don't think
It's the principal ancestor of the grapefruit.
Oh. Wow.
Oh.
And he knew that without googling. So far, like, it is fun to have like all of these weird fruits. I guess they're swinging for like I don't know, just variety.
Maybe this is me showing like how uncultured I am, but so far 2 flavors in, both of them have targeted like Asian flavors, and this is like labeled the surf pack, and I didn't have them as surfers, and maybe that's probably on me. I didn't know like the surf scene in Southeast Asia was all that.
Oh,
I
huge,
suppose thinking about the globe a little bit, I'm not shocked.
There's water
by
everywhere.
that, but they've got warm weather and water, right? So
somewhere
that like makes sense.
that does make sense.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
Japan's
Surfing
got
struck
it
me
all.
as like very American,
Yeah.
and I must be wrong.
You
That's
have
what this
to be.
means. They get the
whenever I
yuzu
think
and the
of surfing-
pomelo involved. I must be wrong now.
Whenever I think of surfing, I always think of rocket power.
Then
So
that's New Zealand.
that in turn makes me think of California and Hawaii.
Yeah.
So
Agree.
No, you're
I mean,
right. It's
islands
just
have-
not the first thing that comes to mind. You don't think of
Right.
Asia when you think of surf. I think Cali, baby.
That's right. Do y'all want to hear the description of this pomelo smash?
So bad.
Okay.
It's part of the segment, Brian.
I love that enthusiasm. A complex blend of juicy pomelo hyphen grapefruit, perfectly blended with a tropical combination of lime, orange, and lemon.
Wow. Okay. A little less spicy than the last one.
I think
Just kinda fine.
this
They're already
A
started
little more
slowing.
actually descriptive.
Yeah.
this pomelo hyphen grapefruit to me is very funny. Like it's a pomelo. What it is a grapefruit for you uncultured people.
For people like
Please
you that don't
understand
know what it
that's
is.
the
Yeah.
flavor. Mixed with all these other
you
things.
you trying to place what this is like.
This is what it is. You fool.
Yeah. That's like looking up a like you watch a cartoon. You're like, who's that voice actor? Let me look on IMDb. Oh, it's pomelo. That's a grapefruit. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
That's exactly what I've had that exact experience multiple
Right.
times.
What was that guy in? Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in Barney back in '92.
That's the reference point is a guy that was in Barney for an episode.
Yeah, the pomelo was in Barney.
He was in Barney
That was the word of the week. Back in '92.
back in 92. 1492. This is good.
Okay.
It's good. I'm it's 2 for 2 so far. I'm not like
Yeah.
amazed. I'm not blown out of the water. But
I think I take this over.
pleasantly surprised.
So far, any variety pack I've had of White Claw. So, like, this
Wow.
is better. Like, Batten.
Brew 2.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would if I was like at a party and these were what was that I would have finished both of these.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's
Like,
good.
Like I'm doing. Sometimes it's like yeah, even if I didn't like, even if I liked the taste, like sometimes you can just tell you wouldn't finish this.
Yeah. Especially
Right.
you can
Or,
get,
or
get down to
certainly
the
wouldn't
bottom
go
and be
for
like,
a second.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a good test.
but I would
finishing
finish
test.
both of these and at some point in the night happily take another. I
Yeah.
think.
When you bring the variety pack to somewhere, you're hoping usually to foist off one of the ones that you don't like onto people. 'Cause that gets rid of 3 drinks that you don't have to drink.
You can trade
If you
maybe
like both
too.
of these, that's 6 drinks that you have. You're done. You're done for the night.
You got enough for
Yeah,
yourself.
I
right
could
here.
I could do these two and go back and forth.
Right.
And I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
And I think they're different enough.
They're close, but they're also you're right. They're also different enough. You get a little bit more bitterness from the pomelo hyphen grapefruit. Part of the show where we
think,
all
like,
just drink silently. Just like,
Well, now it's on YouTube, so you can watch us drink silently.
I'll add sounds later just of us going, yum, yum, delicious.
Yeah, I think this is a good addition.
It's
to
weird,
the
I'm already
lineup.
like I'm kind of disappointed now that these aren't bad because I feel like I didn't realize how much I love slamming like bad seltzers, and now it's like not as fun. Just be like, oh man, this one's good too. All right, next up.
I gotta drink these later.
All right.
Hoping I hate one of these two.
Everyone
These
can
were the
really
ones.
rip into it.
There's a chance the two that are left like they nail them.
They're showing a lot of hope. They're showing a lot of hope.
Given what I've seen so far and the names of the next two and what flavors I'm expecting, there's a chance the next two are amazing.
Yeah,
Promise.
and we should be trying to do that when we're bringing like a new drink to the table and we have a guest on to talk about it. We should hope that we now have given them something new to add into their repertoire. But most of the time we're like, oh, you're gonna hate this shit we give you this week. Oh man, you're gonna hate us.
This is not good.
Yeah, I think like
So-
what the Bud Light Seltzer Christmas pack was one of the funniest ones. Disgusting.
But it was so good.
It
was great.
There was a couple. You're right. There was a couple that were like, this is so gross, but it's weirdly tasty. I don't remember what
we
the
rated
flavors
all
were.
of them over a 4, didn't we?
There's a couple clunkers. I think we're just remembering it fondly because we were happy,
We
fuzzy
were
drunk
in person.
in
Yeah,
person too.
True. Yeah, that makes sense. Do we want to move on to the watermelon lime?
Yeah. Let's go.
I could do that.
I think it's a really great marketing by them to do these two flavors together because now they have the colorway of being a watermelon, like the red and the green.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yes. I guess I could have done that without including lime. They didn't have to add that flavor.
Going into this, I should establish I'm a big lime fan.
Oh.
I love me a lime.
I think we're all lime
very
heads.
curious if the watermelon, which I've said before, can be hit or miss. But is lime going to steal the show? Is lime going to save it?
I have a development for you right now. I just took a sip.
Yeah.
We spoke about the High Noon earlier. This is a fucking clone. Literal clone of the High Noon watermelon. Because these are all tart boys. This gives you that tart from the High Noon.
The shock.
The shock. Pure shock on BBD's face.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It definitely tastes like what I remember the last watermelon High Noon I've had to be like.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I just run to the store. I'm going to go buy a pack
to...
and I'll be right back. It's for comparison. It's solid, though.
Dwayne Reed downstairs. I'll go.
I guess you could.
I don't think they had High Noons there, but there's places.
I think they got them at the bar.
New York
by
City.
You, right?
Big fucking apple. Brian, being a watermelon hater, where are you at here?
It's kind of it's exactly okay. So I should say there's something else in here, and I guess it's the lime that is making it like it's a little different. But it does to me. Whenever I have anything watermelon related, I think of watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Least favorite candy next to banana runts.
It is very much like that. Banana
yeah,
rocks.
So, no, banana runts.
Also bad. I thought there was like a Pop Rocks flavor I was missing. Like they had fucking banana Pop Rocks. That's disgusting.
Darian would be all over that, and I'd be like,
that would be terrible.
Oh my god.
Popping bananas.
Banana runts are. So I think I've told the story before because runts always. I have a really a sore spot for runts. I was in the ski club for like a month, so I wanted to go on one trip. Had a girlfriend for 3 months, and she wanted to go on. I was like, "Ooh, I want to go with you so I can like kiss you on the ski lift." So I joined the ski club, and what you had to do to like get the trip paid for was sell a bunch of candy, and everyone. It was like during the craze of like when Watermelon Sour Patch were like the new hit thing in like 2012. Every cool kid, or I guess every kid that deserved it because they were in ski club for years, got the good Watermelon Sour Patch or just like regular Sour Patch. I think even blue flavor might have been new at the time too. So they all got those to sell. And I went and I was like, "Hey, I want to join ski club. Can I sell stuff too?" And they're like, "Yeah. Do we have anything else left to sell?" "Yeah, we have runts here. People, you sell these." I don't think I had even heard of runts when they gave them to me. Like, how do you not know what a candy is? Like, that's how bad the candy was. Never heard of them.
In high school, I hadn't heard of this candy.
Yeah, it's insane. Did not get through the box of runts. I think maybe I sold a couple, and I gave up. And I think my mom just paid for the ski trip, and I went. And then my girlfriend at the time broke her wrist on the ski lift.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Didn't date much longer after that. I didn't push her. She wasn't mad at me. It was just bad timing.
It wasn't because of
runts-
that.
Right.
It wasn't
runts are
because of the
very,
runs.
There's another runt on that ski lift, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know what that means.
A banana
You
runt.
had one runt on a ski lift there.
Yeah.
Off you go. I feel like that's like a Midwest candy because Darian's family is like huge. Like they would have. You know
That
when
is
people
such a
used to-
stupid idiot Midwest candy.
It is. You know when people take cereal and put it into a larger container
Don't
to like make
get me
it fresher.
started.
I don't know what.
Or
that's for.
they'll like mix half and half. They'll take Cocoa Puffs and
right,
add like
which I've tried doing.
a Kix
that kind of
to it.
works. But they would take their runts and they'd get a big thing of runts and put it in one of those.
It's horrible.
Psychotic. It's like
Throw
the
the
most
whole thing out.
perverse thing I've
Throw
ever
it out.
heard. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Darian's dad also, BBD for your knowledge, Darian is my fiance. Darian's dad will grab handfuls of Lucky Charm marshmallows and just eat them. The man.
Does he have them
That's the
separated?
marshmallows.
He buys them separated.
Oh, I think you can buy
I
them
didn't
on
know
their
you could
own
do that.
these days.
Okay. But he doesn't. He likes the pain of separating them. This is one of his hobbies.
Well, that's like
Meticulously
kind of
taking
part of the fun.
Right. Like trying to
tell
eat
they thought I
strategically to
was on
save
the
some on the side.
Working for your serotonin. All right. This is a collision of ripe watermelon with cold pressed lime for a thirst quenching taste that delivers sensational refreshment.
Thanks, Jack. Another good one.
Watermelon Jack.
BBD being such a lime stan, does this satisfy your quench?
Watermelon's definitely the front-facing flavor here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I think the lime is certainly helping. It's landing in a territory that is good for where watermelon. It's on the good end of the spectrum for watermelon flavored things for me. In that I do generally like this.
Yeah.
I think I'd rank it third out of the 3 we've had.
Oh.
If we're starting, we're starting to formulate a little bit.
Okay. Sure.
And but I do like it. Again, another one that's like, all right, if I was given this, or if I showed up with the pack, I'm not like devastated if the 3 or 4 of these haven't been taken.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
But I would finish this.
Okay.
And I generally like it. It does, like we said before, remind me a lot of the watermelon High Noon, and that's one of the places that has done watermelon right.
Yeah, we're waiting for like a low man on the totem pole here, starting off with 2 strong ones, and this might be it. Even though I am a big watermelon guy, I think it is just maybe a little bit too much in that Jolly Rancher territory, but still finishable.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one. It's just maybe a little bit too familiar.
Who doesn't like watermelon? Like I again, like this is like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's still good. I wonder if there's any like notion, because like I've heard people put salt on watermelon and like that makes it better. So I wonder if that's kind of where they were thinking, like, oh, salt and lime, salt and watermelon, let's put them together, see what happens. I think it does a pretty good job of like kind of complementing each other.
Yeah, good accompaniment of that lime. I see like like if you have a watermelon salad, like one of the ones with like the feta and onion and whatever else, I could see like sprinkling lime on there or some salt. So flavors make sense. I'm with you on that.
And the color scheme, man.
It's good. I mean,
yeah, it is like. It is the most beautiful can here.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous.
Other than its tab isn't colored, but
I'm I was gonna say
I got green.
You got green?
So I was just about to say, the picture online, tab's pink. My tab is green. That's inconsistency, and I'm angry.
I mean, my tab's just the same
gray.
as the top.
Yeah,
shit silver.
Just gray.
Shit silver.
And the quality.
You guys shit
Wait, so
silver,
what? Before are we varying there with the previous 2? Because I had yellow and then pink.
Yellow and pink for us.
Pink. You guys can't see this, but that's definitely like, it's like pink purple.
I think we've run into this before when we've done White Claw packs, where like, I think we've had variants in cap color and tab color.
That's tough.
So, but it just makes it kind of fun because then you feel like when you did get it right, and like, oh, I got the good one.
You got the good one. Because green would have gotten me kind of excited.
Kind of aroused. Yeah, I get it. Or even like
I'd be really glad that this only covers chest up.
And we would be sad. I would have loved the red one. Red one would have been fun. So even more. I hate this one now. It sucks. It's gross.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah. 3.
Still third.
Still third. On to the next.
Are we ready?
I'm ready, baby. I'm excited.
Let's move.
I might not sound excited because I'm having trouble sounding like I have any energy today, but doing the best I can. Oh, see, this one's got.
All right.
Is this black or is this purple? This tab.
That's purple.
I've got a black tab.
Oh,
You got purple?
I got purple.
You bitch.
You guys.
That's so.
Let me.
Here,
Yeah,
let me
ours is
try
black.
and, do you guys see like more purple now?
Yeah. I'm a black guy.
Yeah. Gotta clip
Oh,
that.
there you go.
Wow. I love my purple stuff.
This one is
I love
crazy
purple stuff.
effervescent. As soon as you crack it open, the smell is way out there. Very potent.
Wow. I feel like this is very more typical White Claw.
Whoa, dude. This tastes like
I'm serving.
I feel like I'm out in Southeast Asia on those waves, man.
Those acai waves,
Ooh,
man.
gnarly. Oh man, The undertow's got me good right now. I'll tell you what. This is
Sucked in.
Sucked right in.
You would.
You ever have the blackberry ice cream from Friendly's?
Yes.
That with a little bit of tart. These all have that little bit of tart element. I love blackberry ice cream. So I'm all in on this.
Friendly's.
From Friendly's.
From Wendy's.
From Wendy's.
Blackberry
You have a blackberry frosty? Like, get out of here. You ask that every week.
If only.
I mean,
I think that would.
It almost worked with my ice cream man. BBD, I famously, as a kid, would ask my local ice cream man. I had his number. We were friends. I asked him every time I saw him if he had beer flavored ice cream. I was like a 12-year-old kid, and he's like, "Oh no, you crazy little kid." And then one day I was on a ski. I have a lot of ski trip stories today. I was on a ski trip with my family when I was like maybe 17, 18, and then I get a call from him.
It's the same ski trip.
No, this is with family. One was with girlfriend who I pushed her off the ski lift. This is with my family. Mo, the ice cream man, called me. He's like, "Hey, Brendan, I need your help." Like, why does the ice cream man need my help?
That beer flavored ice cream you asked for, they have it, and we have too much.
It's everywhere. I don't even remember what the problem was. I think I got nervous and I hung up. Like I should.
I'm skiing. Sorry. I'm hitting the slopes. I'm sorry.
So sloped.
This fucks.
So, me and Brian both love black cherry and blackberry. Are you fans of those old school White Claw flavors?
Big fan of both of those.
Do you like either one of them more than the other? They're very similar.
Yeah. Very similar. I lean black cherry would probably have the edge for me.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the OGs.
Right.
The OG. Yeah, that would. I think that would be my number one out of those two.
Some people I think despise that flavor too. I know a
both.
few people that like really hate black cherry.
There's people that are out.
Yeah. Really.
I think these days more people like it than not, but some people are like they'll
fuck
never
that
do
flavor.
That
Yeah, no. This is definitely in that family of black cherry, blackberry.
Yeah.
Purple.
Similar.
It's purple. I guess it's just one of those things that the Surf Pack does, and they just like, we'll take our blackberry base, tart it up a little bit, add the Surf label, good to go.
Are you guys ready for this?
Party.
Is it exactly what I just said? Did I just say it by accident?
They take their blackberry base and they add a little.
Oh shit! There you go.
No, it's a wave of refreshing ripe wild berries paired with the unique tartness of exotic acai for a sophisticated blend of complex flavors.
Oh wow! This is like really puts a wrench into my ranking right now.
Guys, pinky's out. This is a sophisticated drink.
It is. You're right. You know what?
This is sophisticated.
It is sophisticated.
Drink. Oh my god. My lungs can't take the complexity. Insane.
Are you breathing them in, Brian, to really get a full
I had to try to get the aroma. They're so complex.
Putting a lighter under your can and trying to inhale.
It's like doing calculus 3.
the third time.
That was the first
Or
math I got
Algebra 1.
bad at.
Yeah, I think that was one of the ones I took a second time for sure.
Actually, no, it was Algebra 3 was the first time math got like hard. And then I took Calculus 2 in college, and that was I like got a B in it, and then I like thought about taking Calc 3, and then I did like one practice problem. I was like, nope,
like nah, thanks. It starts to get like kind of theoretical.
I'm done with math from here.
Yeah,
the math becomes far too hypothetical. Like I was really good at math as a kid.
Because solving problems is fun.
Because then it stopped being math.
Yeah,
Right.
Like I know,
You're
we
kinda
talk
right.
about being not a math pod, and then, but I'm kind of a math guy.
right.
But then that at that point is when it became just straight up not math anymore.
A lot of memorization, a lot of like theorems.
Yeah.
The amount of times I wrote
Like, a
down
lot of
a
people-
theorem so often.
A lot of people like really like to say like just like normal algebra when they first get letters involved is where it stops being math. I'm like, no,
Like, no, that's still good.
math. Like I have fun. You do some like formulas, do some geometry. I don't know.
And you're moving stuff over here, moving it back over there, canceling
But it
shit
was
out.
it was literally hypothetical. I was like, no.
Like, no.
No.
You stood up. You're like,
I don't.
Hey,
that
teach,
that
I'm
I
out.
don't need. I was with you guys. Like I thought like,
This here?
slope could be important.
I don't need. You know what slopes are important?
I turned out
slopes,
wrong.
man.
I turned out wrong, but
Yeah.
we're always back here.
Back to the slope.
Back to the slopes. You can't get away from the slopes.
Fun fact: Calc 2 is the only class I failed in college.
Because you're a moron. That's the only one I did well in. You're a goddamn fool.
You should have
And
felt
by,
me.
and by well, I could probably got a B also.
Fuck.
I haven't gotten to brag about this in any content anywhere. So this
And you
is
still
where it's
won't. We're
happening.
moving on. What do you guys think about these? Try again next time.
You.
All right, the floor is yours.
In like I said, was good at math. Got a 35 out of 36 on the math ACT.
Ooh.
I got a 740 on the math SAT.
Ooh.
Like I was good at math.
Yeah.
Did mediocre on the others. I was good at school, guys. People forget that I was supposed to be a doctor. Listen, Girls and Co. I detailed that.
You did. Yes. We heard
Where's that
plenty
going?
about
The bragging. They I had to like test into a math level. I technically never took like calculus in high school.
Uh-huh.
I took like I took like 2 different classes where like they gave us like the intro to it. So I did have a little bit of like the basics of it down. But I never like technically took calculus 1 as like a class. And then I tested into calc 2. So I was just that big a brain.
Yeah, I took calc in high school, and then somehow that there was a qualifications, I guess, similar to like testing in. Like, oh, you took calc 1 in high school? We'll place you in calc 1 in college. I'm like, huh? Like, I don't understand how that. I guess I have no say. I'll show up.
Honestly, it sounds like a free A.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess I've done it before. I should be okay at it. I probably didn't get an A anyway, but I survived. What was like the hard? What was the weirdest one? You know, in
Geometry. I hate geometry.
Geometry was one of the worst ones.
Sucked.
I'm trying to think of a class that we were in together in Old Main. That class was just like, what was that even? I don't even know what the fuck that.
Discrete mathematics.
Discrete math. I had
Discrete math.
I don't know what that was.
That's bullshit.
That one I still don't really get how that's because that's the one that's like
That's not math.
what's the most efficient path?
I mean, it's in the name. It's discrete. Like, it sounds like it's being sneaky. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they're
sort of math.
sneaking that this even is math.
Are you sure?
That was crazy.
Prove 0 is 0?
Like,
What? No.
It
Someone did that
says
already.
it.
It says, I don't know. It's what I've been told my whole life.
I
It's
believe
round.
science.
It's got nothing in it.
I believe all women, and they told me 0 0.
I'm not clipping that. Not clipping that.
Not clipping that. Then, yeah.
Wow. This is a math pod officially.
Yeah.
And we know what we do in a math pod. We give our rankings, which are numbers, to
Fractions.
these beers.
I have no idea how to rank the wild berry here,
Let's start from the beginning and give them
or how to assess it.
numbers.
in general.
Maybe is it? And the numbers will I guess this is where my rankings are. If I gave these rankings and this one's higher than the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually do BBD. We usually do out of 5.
Any
Cans,
decimals will
whatever,
do.
whatever denomination you want to put that as.
Sure.
You can lay it as that.
You can go to the,
yeah,
I think you can go to any place. I guess like hundredths, thousandths, but I think we usually stick to tenths.
Yeah.
Ideally tenths.
Yeah.
Keeping it math oriented.
So we'll start with the citrus yuzu smash. What is your rating out of 5?
Honestly, I this is coming out as I think a big winner for me in this whole thing. I think I've got this at like a 4.6.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
In hindsight, I really like this. I could have had a lot of it. Maybe I wouldn't be thrilled to have them back to back, but I could go back to it several times. I think all these flavors would be tough back to backs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But this is the one I think I could have the most of in a night, which is sort of like how I think about exotic flavors. And I really liked it. It was very refreshing. I feel somewhat like cleaner for having drank it. The like punch in the mouth in the beginning is like it's only is my like qualm with it.
Yeah. I was gonna say
like,
you came on looking
kind of
like
get you.
filthy, and you look pretty good now. Wish you'd stand up and show us what you got, but we'll save that for the Patreon. Oh, you almost did it.
Hey, Wall. Close.
Good rating. Okay, that's in like great territory. I would say like 4 is like really good, and then 4.5 plus is like really good stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Brian, you want to go ahead?
So I took another sip of the yuzu, and it's
Shocks
lemon
you.
heads. It's lemon heads. That's all it is. It's liquid lemon heads, and it's good. I'm trying to think of like what like to start off a pack. I think this is a great flavor. I think like these just taste different than White Claws normally would. Like there's something different about them.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like I feel like White Claws is almost in the territory of LaCroix or like any other seltzers where it's like flavor and then drops off and then it just tastes like alcohol. Where these is kind of like flavor and then like just kind of like sugary drink, but it's not that much sugar in it. So I think these are really good. I'll put this at a 4.5. This is like
Wow.
a very good drink.
Okay. Good rating. Good score. I agree with all those sentiments. My favorite thing about the Christmas season is the sentiment, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Really okay. Moving on.
Care to explain at all? I don't.
No, it's just something I feel strongly about. The
Speaks for
sentiment.
itself.
Yeah, speaks for itself. Citrus Yuzu Smash. It's a smash. It's really good.
Wrong holiday.
Wrong holiday. I am confused by it, and I think that's a good thing. It's fun to be confused. Yeah. Not that that's a weird feeling for me. It happens. I mean, when I walk out the door to work every morning. But I like the big swing. I'm a guy that loves big swings, whether it be baseball or White Claws. Those are the only two places that those happen. But it's still not my favorite of the pack, so I want to keep this rating relatively grounded. I put it at a 4. I'm just a little skeptical of crushing an entire one. When I'm having a White Claw, I want to finish it kind of fast because it is very, very much like a juice with bubbles. This one seems like more of a sipper. Sippers to me should be stronger. So I'll leave it at a 4.
Fair.
BBD, you want to go to the Tropical Pomelo Smash?
Yeah, let's do it. One last sip in.
It's a thing.
Like all of these, I think all of these are gonna land in an okay place.
Yeah.
This one,
Oh.
my heart is analyzing.
Analyzing.
Definitively beneath the citrus and the yuzu. How far beneath? I'm thinking in the 3s territory. And I want to toss like a 3.5 out there.
Okay. Wow. Big jump down from the 4.6.
I think so.
Okay.
It just dropped a little more. 3.4.
Oh. Wow. That aftertaste.
Dropped a little more.
The aftertaste.
Yeah, something like I like a grapefruit taste. It's a quality, like safe flavor for me. I gravitate towards those pretty well.
Yeah.
But among drinks that I feel like do that, this is doing it not as well.
Okay.
Where the yuzu and like the lemon aspect of it, I think that was done at a plus level compared to other lemon drinks I've had.
So this is safe for you, but not something that you're like excited to return to necessarily.
Yeah. That's very fair.
Good.
Of what I've said.
All right.
Oh my.
I usually I don't know why this always happens. Mostly just with White Claw. That that I dislike grapefruit about in any other way, shape, and form. But White Claw seems to do something else to really zhuzh it up and kind of do it well. I think this is better than most White Claws. Or I would drink this over a lot of other White Claws, I should say. So I don't know. I think in retrospect, with this pack and kind of like congruence with this pack, it's also complementary to everything else. It's another citrus thing that's kind of like, there's a lot of citrus in this pack, but like I think it's also from yuzu to this. I still there was a lot of difference and kind of was like interesting to go back and forth between them. With that being said, I would give this a 4 out of 5.
Brian, that's exactly where I'm landing. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. If it's 4, oh no, that's probably the last one. I totally the first lie of the podcast right now. Just now. There you go. He found it. I landed in my head.
First one.
I landed on 4.25. I think I wanted to rate this slightly above Yuzu Smash. I liked it more. I think this one, to me, when I sip it, I'm like, I could probably drink this much faster than the Yuzu Smash. And really that is a good rating system. And it gets me excited that there's a grapefruit drink that I would enjoy. I think I needed a little bit more sweetness in like a regular White Claw grapefruit. I think it is well-rounded and not so bitter. That's where I'm at. 4.25.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
Nice.
That's okay.
It's still a good area.
That's
still good.
All you. That's on you, actually.
That's on you, bud.
Pomelo on your face.
You showed me.
Watermelon.
I'd like to have a couple of pomelos on my face, you know what I'm saying?
Is that like tumors? I don't know. I'm just trying to insinuate.
Yeah. BBD, what do you think about this watermelon lime smash?
Again, like I've said, I think these all do land in a good area. They're all well above average beverages. I think I've got this one a tick above the pomelo, and I think that lends itself to a rating of like 3.8. Like not stoked to have it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something I'm gonna like specifically seek out. But if I have it, I'm gonna enjoy it. This of these 4, this felt the most like I'm having an experience. Like I felt like they could have put this in like a fancy glass and handed it to me at a resort, and I like would have been none the wiser. I've been like, oh, this is like a complimentary drink you get in an all-inclusive place.
Like add a slice of watermelon into it.
This is a pretty good drink that I'm glad I
sprig
got
of mint
for
in
free.
there. Yeah,
that's a good point.
But like not amazing, but I liked it. On the scale of watermelon things, it landed in a very good area.
Could have been bad. Could have been very bad. It was solid.
I liked it. I liked all 4 of these.
Yeah. Go for it, Brian.
Oh, right.
You're doing your old man hand stretches over there?
Wrong hand. Yeah. This is the if there has to be a clunker in the box, this is it for me. Sorry to say.
Here comes your watermelon
it
bias.
still tastes like watermelon. Still is like that's just me. That's just not my.
You prefer
not
banana
my bag.
runs.
I do prefer banana runs. Actually, I don't even know if I would prefer banana runs over watermelon candies. Watermelon Jolly Ranchers. I don't know which one.
That's how much you hate watermelon.
Wow. It's like I eat bananas. I don't eat watermelon. So maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I just don't. That's it. So yeah, this is.
Would you like bananas if they were like the bananas of old, like the flavor that old candy comes from? You know, like that was like.
I don't think so. I think I would hate them. I like unripened bananas. I like very like just out of green.
Yes, I'm with you there.
In the area of like edible.
Any spots? I'm like, fuck this banana.
No, yeah, too sweet, too much like the Days of Yore banana.
Yeah, if it's sweet, I can put it into like my Cheerios, and I'm okay with it. Yeah. Well, you need it to be pretty ripe to do banana bread. I love banana bread.
Banana bread, I love it so much. With walnuts.
I'm really good banana bread.
You can't make watermelon bread.
That's you know what?
What's watermelon bread?
That's
you
a good
can't
point.
Make that.
That's a good point.
But you can make watermelon cake from Friendly's.
Oh, that's my shit.
But that has no watermelon flavor in it. Wait, that's a lie. Isn't the red watermelon? No, red strawberry flavored.
I think it's. The cake is
lime?
It's lime on the outside and lemon,
Yeah.
and then the red part is watermelon flavor, and then the seeds are chocolate chips.
Right. Okay. So that's the only form of watermelon that I like. Watermelon roll from Friendly's. That's it.
Okay.
This is still drinkable. I still like this. I think I kind of this would always be the one that's kind of like I would try to be like, does anyone want these?
Yeah.
So I'll give this a 3.5. I'll
Okay.
just
I mean, I
kinda
think
leave
that
it.
says a lot. That's good that you're able to get it up that high for a flavor you don't like.
It's
And
still
acknowledge
drinkable.
that you get. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is just not my flavor. But it's amazing that I feel like we all are in a camp of like enjoying
someone else
everything.
might love this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do them a favor.
It's still done. BBD, you bring up a very good point of like this is very well crafted. I'm gonna look again at their collision of ripe watermelon, cold pressed lime, the thirst quenching taste, sensational refreshment. I think that's you know what? I applaud the person who wrote
Sensational
this.
refreshment.
It is very. It's true. It is a very refreshing thing if you like watermelon.
That's right. And I do like watermelon, and I will grant this a 4.1. I think it's above. It's even like Choose Smash is somehow for me my last. Still lands in a good place. Like 4 is a good number, but Watermelon Smash for me is doing it. I think the Tropical Pomelo I think is accomplishing a little bit more flavor wise, and this Watermelon Lime is like it seems like a copy of the High Noon Watermelon. I think that one's probably a little bit better. Like the more I taste this one, the more I'm starting to see like the chinks in the armor a little bit. I'm like I was wowed at first, and the further I get down with it, I'm starting to see that it's not perfect. And I'm not asking any White Claw flavor to be perfect, except for maybe Wild Berry Smash. Just saying. But this is good. This is very solid. I'm a watermelon lover. I don't love this, but I like it quite a bit, and I am amazed that they accomplished this because their watermelon proper flavor is pretty bad. So this is a punch up for sure.
Yeah, especially compared to how they have previously done watermelon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't like the other version.
Yeah, they didn't show promise.
The one time I tried it, it hasn't been worthy of a second try.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah.
You can get
watermelon's
started
one
with
of the flavors I'll try anytime
Anytime.
someone puts it out, but
It's a high ceiling, low floor.
I can go wrong.
Yeah.
Wide range.
Wild Berry Smash it up, Beavers.
Closing it out.
Wild Berry Smash It Up. I think. Let's be very clear. I really liked this.
Okay.
I feel like among the three of us, I'm gonna have this the lowest.
Wow.
I'm going to a 4.1.
Okay.
I definitively like it. I'm a fan of this genre of flavors. I do feel like within the White Claw family itself, I'm a bigger fan of like their black cherry, their blackberries. I like those a tick more. And something about compared to the others.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Did you try to breathe it in again?
Sorry. It's just so complex.
It's it's so complicated. I really like it. I know for a fact I couldn't drink 2 of them back to back. The other ones I wouldn't be dying to. This one I know for a fact if I tried to drink a second
That's good. That's fair.
right after it, I could not. But I do like the flavor as much as any of these, and it's
But
quite good.
The one thing about it is
The
that
not
the
repeatability.
Yeah.
Yes, for whatever reason the tartness sticks out a little bit here. As like, this would be just hard to drink back to back.
Yeah.
Compared to the others where granted I don't think any of these I would be thrilled to have 2 in a row of the same one.
Yeah. What I'm starting to realize, I'm like, having a full pack of this might be kind of tough. But individually, they're good.
Yes.
You're saying of like each flavor?
They are all good. I'm
Yeah.
down to share these if I bring them.
Yeah, it's a good share. I want to mix and match with other flavors. Like this if I'm gonna have 6 to 8 White Claws in a night, I hope to God it's not all from this pack.
Yeah. I'd need to like kind of plan that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to nail this order.
I think you could do like a seltzer, and I don't know what other word to use besides like seltzer orgy of like everyone brings a different
Potluck, maybe. There's a lot of other. It's
kinda-
a pretty easy one to
seltzer
use.
potluck. Yeah, that's a better one.
No,
Everyone brings their own seltzer
we can
pack
do
and
orgy.
just kind of like divvies them out.
I think you're just really hoping to say orgy in this podcast today. I don't know what else I could say, but
not hoping.
just want to say orgy real quick and move on.
I mean, it's
shoehorn it in there.
It's deep enough
I
in
think
here.
it's an SAT word.
Yeah, 2-syllable SAT word makes sense.
So
Brian.
many of those out there.
Rate your wild berry smash for me.
All right.
Okay, fine.
All right, if I got to. That one fucking killed me. So, no, I think this is like, I think this is pretty samey in terms of other purple slash black tab White Claw drinks. So
Don't remind us.
but I think in that regard, like it's still good. It still is very, it smashes, bro.
Oh boy.
And I love the purple can. I love the purple tab. So I think I just
come
gotta
on.
give it the highest score of 4.75.
Wow.
It's good. It's great. I love it so much, and I would drink it all the time.
I would drink it every
Make it
day.
its own pack.
Okay.
A wise man once told me this drink fucks.
This drink fucks. It's Audio Jack.
And it really does.
It does fuck.
Also, acai. It's in everything these days. I love it. I don't know
It's
what it is. I have
in
no
your
idea what it
bowls. It's
does.
in your pizza.
No
it's
idea
in your
what it
ice
is,
cream.
but
It's
I have
everywhere.
it.
pizza topping.
Pizza toppings.
It's
Excellent.
in my word searches.
How to spell acai spells it perfectly. This one is also my favorite of the
find
pack. It's my favorite of the pack. I can't remember what the highest one I rated was because I'm an idiot, but I think 4.5 is my highest rating. I think my number wise, I can't remember. I think Pomelo was like 4.25, maybe was my highest. So I'll go 4.5 with this bad boy. I can tell you that Blackberry we both might have rated like a 5 back in the day. And if I want to say that these are all like it's all contextual. I wouldn't rate this a 4.5 among like beers and like things we love. But I think amongst this pack we're rating against itself and like also against White Claws and seltzers in general, different scale. So 4.5 meaning this is one of the better seltzers you'll have if you like wild berry or just berry flavors or purple type flavors. You will very much enjoy this. It's delicious. It is like you said, samey to the other ones that are out there, the other purple tabs of the world. But maybe just got a little bit more tartness if you want that and you're looking for it. It's fun to have. I stand by my 4.5. Very good. Very dangerous.
They're good.
They're good.
Great. I think a great way to round out the pack as well. From like, or I guess this is the pack. This is the way I started. Like there's a pack that I opened up acai. If I opened up the pack and started this way,
Wait, woo.
what
Honestly,
high expectations?
any of them that you start with, I would be like, oh, okay, here we go. Ready
Good
for a
point.
ride. You know, either way.
I'm wondering if there's consistency in how the packs are laid out as well.
Yeah. So I guess like ranking wise, if we just remember our scores, we can say it out loud. BBD when it start.
Yeah, so I went. Don't remember exact numbers, but I know I went citrus, wild berry, pomelo, and then watermelon, and bringing up the rear of these four. And I stand by that.
I was wondering if you were going to stand by it. I'm like, he made some bold choices. Is he going to stand by it, or is he going to be a coward?
I stand by it.
Wow.
I'm imagining this down the line in like, you know, when you finish Mario Party and the first person's like, I got the party star, I'm the best person, and then the second and third people like follow after them, and then the fourth person's always like falling off into their death or something like that. Yeah. Watermelon still stays that way. Unfortunately, it's still they tried their best. They did what they needed to do, but they still fall off and die.
Okay. Is this your rating right now? Is this your ranking?
This is yeah. So they're fourth.
Okay.
Second and third being Pomelo and I'm sorry. Third Pomelo, second Yuzu.
Uh-huh.
And then first Purple tab.
Does anyone get like the like in the newer Mario parties where they give you like funny like fan vote like sprinkle points like like best in show and they'll give the third place person like a bunch of fucking stars for no reason.
Yeah, going down the line, I think Pomelo is a very like it's good. It's a very good. This is very good.
Yeah.
I would even go far as to say like if I was thinking harder, I probably should have put Pomelo over the Yuzu.
It's too late.
But
it's too late.
The order I said before is definitely not what I said now. Definitely not the way I just ordered them.
It's changed.
I definitely ranked Pomelo last of the 4, but I don't know. They're good.
They're all kind of similar too, like as far as like acidity goes. I'm a man of my word, so what I'm about to say is what I've been saying, because I'm not a fool, like the two of you. I rank Wildberry Smash number 1. Number 2, Tropical Pomelo Smash. Number 3, Watermelon Lime Smash. And number 4, Citrus Yuzu Smash. They're all solid. I think they all ended up above, like 4 and above. Unprecedented. I was really waiting for a clunker. It just didn't happen. With the caveat, though, that I think we all agree that this is a not heavy pack, but just is a lot going on, and then having a lot of these in a night would be too much, maybe.
Is if I may pose another question,
please.
If we all end up at an orgy party.
Okay. Restart to the question.
we're all trading. You're gonna end up with a lot of flavors of a lot of different things. And you're gonna drink these 4 in order. Is there an order you'd like?
I thought this would be easier to do before we started, and now having them all.
I've been trying to think about it the last few minutes. I've been trying to figure it out.
I think I want a little citrus.
I think
sandwich.
I know the. Yeah.
Like maybe yuzu on the front because it's so forward, and I think if I was doing that last drink, I would be upset. So I think yuzu, watermelon, acai, pomelo.
I want to say I'm with you with the yuzu to start. I'm looking at them like left to right, how we started. I'm like, maybe I'll do citrus, then tropical, then watermelon, then acai. Like that's just how they gave it to me. That's just what I'm familiar with.
That might be the way you like it.
It might be. I don't know. I think I had a good time. I had such a fun time talking with my buds here, so it just reminds me of all the good days we had together at our White Claw virtual orgies.
All the good orgies.
So I don't know. I'm standing by the way it was presented to me.
I like that. If I think I have landed on that I would start with the pomelo. Then I would go to the wild berry acai. Then I love citrus yuzu as like the kind of palate cleanser reset.
As like your climax of the orgy to bring you down to the watermelon.
With wild berry of these 4 being like the hardest to do a back to back on.
Yeah.
I love piggybacking yuzu on top of that.
Yeah.
And watermelon at the end is solid. But like I think it's the perfect like I'll be ready for the next like kind of seltzer or whatever we're drinking that's available.
Right. And it's like a little disappointing like what would happen at the end of an orgy, you'd have like the clear like I just finished and now I had plus nut clarity. Yeah. That's what watermelon lime smash is.
Yeah. Then I got this guy over there is just like he has to. But like I finished my job.
I got mine. He's got to get his. That's the rules.
Someone help him out.
No one? All right.
All right. Great job. You accomplished it. Brian, did you happen to think of a Brian's question corner? If not, I have something else. Yes or no, so I can hit the button.
Nope.
I'm gonna hit the button anyway.
All right.
It's time for Brian's question corner.
What was the question? Are you gonna ask me a question?
I'm gonna pose a question to the.
Okay, good.
So on our sister podcast, the Blitzball Boys, when we're in interview season, we have our friend Chris Neary will ask a question to whoever we're interviewing that week, whether he knows who they are or not. Usually he doesn't know who they are because he only started watching floorball this season. We finally got him into it. But usually, like, hey, we're interviewing this person. He's like, who is that? I'm like, doesn't matter. I ask a question, and he's like, okay. But Peter asked a question for BBD. He sent me a flurry of text messages, and I think he landed on, what kind of quiche should I make to bring to my in-laws on Thanksgiving?
Whoa.
This is
I don't know how many
Brian.
flavors of quiche there are. I don't know. This is a hard question.
I'm. If I can be honest with you guys for once, I'm Googling kinds of quiche.
Wow.
It's a good move.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato quiche. That's
Sweet
fucking
potato?
wacky.
Wow.
That's fun. That's good.
I like a sweet potato.
I like sweet potato. That's interesting.
I haven't dove into the quiche world.
I've had a quiche, but I've never made it myself. I think, funny we were talking about him. Chris Neary's mother, I think, makes a good quiche. I think Brian's had a good quiche from his mom too, right?
I love a quiche.
It's a good mom food.
Quiche is the easiest. Like, no.
But is there potato in a lot? Like, why does sweet potato come up?
No,
like, that's a fun.
It's like eggs, milk, and cheese.
But like, there's like a bread bottom, isn't there? Like a flaky bread bottom.
Oh, it's like pie crust.
You're right.
Yeah.
Huh. Why does he bring like an egg dish? Is he having like Thanksgiving brunch?
It could be.
It was weird. I don't know.
I'm gonna send you guys what I'm looking at.
Okay.
And you tell me if that's it telling me that these are types of quiche you can do. Because I'm not certain that it is.
These are false quiche. It's just the picture.
25 easy quiches. So I guess the plural of quiche is quiches. Interesting.
Quiches. I honestly would have had that quiche is the plural of quiche.
This one has sweet potato salmon in it.
Sweet potato salmon.
Dairy.
I guess that's.
Oh, wait.
I guess.
Oh, they got
I guess I didn't.
Quiche.
Yeah, I didn't finish the list out, so maybe one of the flavors is how I'm labeling these. One of them being quiche should have been assigned. These aren't flavors.
Salmon quiche.
Salmon flavored quiche. That's even grosser to think of. It's like there's no salmon in it, but it's salmon flavored. Sounds horrifying.
It's just fish sauce.
But if those aren't flavored, like I know, like none of those things besides quiche are in quiche. I guess I've heard of spinach getting involved.
Yeah, spinach is a safe bet for eggs.
So I don't know what's happening here.
You know what? Maybe it's a sweet potato salmon.
Our wires got crossed.
Somewhere. I thought you were cold.
Okay. Oh, Peter answered in the general chat. That's very funny. So he has another question to follow up with that to get Brian involved. He wants to know if BBD, you've ever heard of Code Lyoko.
Oh, hell yeah.
Code Lyoko?
Yeah.
It's not promising.
More
does
context.
Does that answer your question?
It's a cartoon.
It kind of does answer the question, yeah.
It's a cartoon from the early 2000s that played on Cartoon Network. It was a French animation cartoon.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever. I think I would tune out as soon as the theme song was over. I think I had a Rip and Roarin' theme song, if I remember correctly.
It had a absolute slapper of a theme song. Show itself kind of not that great. But
yeah, I honestly I'm looking at like art from it, and the characters don't. The characters and like style doesn't look familiar.
It looks like a French person drew it, didn't it?
I always sort of got them confused with, we were talking about the other day, Brian, Beyblades. So Brian was pitching me warehouse games ideas, and he said you should do Beyblades. And then I don't know if you know what Beyblades is, but you should do,
I know Beyblades.
Like life-size Beyblades with people riding inside of them.
I'm not vetoing that.
I'm not vetoing it.
If you have the capital to do that, I mean,
I don't know how it would work, but it's a lot of building to do. So your idea, Brian, I think
with swords
was to
just spinning around.
Yeah. Or you. That's also a good idea.
Julius Randle's out here.
Okay, well, I think that's a good way to segue into plugs when we talk about warehouse games and whatnot. BBD, do you have anything you want to plug on our extremely successful podcast network?
Let's see. I know when the next warehouse games thing happens.
Oh, you fucker!
Wow.
The next thing is recorded. Well, I also know what happens in Blitzball Battle 4.
You did tease that to me. Dirty dog.
I did, and what I sent to you has become outdated.
Whoa! I think you said that you've seen the best Blitzball game in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And now
that
that's
got
wrong.
outdated the very next day.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay.
So we're in for a good one. Some all-time classics.
Okay.
Always. And we're 3-ish weeks away from the next
Drop of a
tournament.
Cool.
That's
the one that has not just athletes involved. It's got everybody involved, sort of.
Everyone's involved. All the local people. So I'll be playing in that.
Cool, because I've seen little bits and pieces of that coming together. Because Jimmy dropping hints during the blogs and stuff.
In January, we'll have a whole announcement video on that channel that lays out the year and what's going to release when and what teams you can expect. This is different from the franchises you know.
So this is where it branches off
There's
from
new
franchises
teams.
and then other things that are going on
This
simultaneously.
is a new league that's recording in a few weeks, and I think these episodes are gonna come out in January. I could be wrong there.
Yeah.
Other thing to plug, which is the first place I'm announcing this, so
Whoa.
you are honored.
Hell yeah!
This I can say. Winter Meetings is in a couple weeks as we record this. I think 2 weeks from tomorrow is the first day of it.
Yeah.
Typically a trip I do with Jimmy and Jake every year.
Where you met them, right?
But this year in Nashville, Jolly Olive is coming to Winter Meetings with me, and me and him are the company's only representatives there.
Really?
So
Shit! That's cool.
I'm very
awesome.
excited. A good opportunity for the two of us, but
Hell yeah.
especially me, if we're being honest. I'm excited for
That's awesome.
opportunity to represent us well, and I will be talking baseball that week.
So you're gonna be doing
we're gonna
podcast
zoom
stuff there.
Jimmy in if the Yankees do something. I'll zoom Jimmy in, and he and I will be running it. Jake's on vacation that week. But yeah,
that's very cool.
That's coming, and that's sneaky soon.
Nice.
So,
You're gonna try and snag some. Do you have anything set up specifically for that week, or is it just kind of see if you can grab somebody hey, can you talk to us for a minute on this show?
We'll have the table there. I know ad requirements wise, a lot of our requirements are socially based, so we'll do a lot of your JM baseball videos, things and love. I'm sure we might break out the ref guess, an immaculate grid here and there, things along those lines with different people on baseball Twitter. Foolish Bailey has told us he's down for whatever
Nice.
you want
You're
to do with him.
Best friends with Jeff Passan.
He might join us
so.
on the show. Nice. Jeff Passan, yes.
Michael K. I would like to see a Michael K. appearance on somewhere.
Yeah, if I'm doing Talkin Yanks, I had a mini. I wasn't panicked.
Yeah, sounds like you're panicked.
I had a moment of should I try to get 10 minutes with Boone, me and him? It's only gonna be me there. I'll run into
hey,
him.
you see me in the corner of the screen, right? You know who
at least literally have to say hi to him again because
right.
he and I emailed a lot the past year and we met a couple times. He knows who I am.
Yeah, I would love that.
Do I try that? Probably not. Probably not.
Please try it. I would love
Whether
that.
that's him or is that Jack Curry would sit down with me if I asked
Hell
him.
Yeah.
I'd like it. Do I try to get some bonus?
You gotta pounce these opportunities. I think you should. I would love to hear. I think people that I generally like hearing you chime in on any show that you produce. So hearing you actually get to talk to these big names would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think I might Jack Curry and I had a lot of great conversations last year at winter meetings. So
this time.
I know he and I can talk for 20 minutes pretty good.
Right. That's always good to know going into a conversation.
We'll
I could do this for sure, so it'll work out in some way.
Yeah, especially if it's Yankee focus. I'll feel pretty confident there.
Right.
But yeah, I'm curious what who's gonna be there that I haven't even thought about yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's always a couple new faces there.
All right. Well, Influencer BBD will be coming to you.
Excited for that.
Very exciting. Good.
Yeah, it'll be my first trip as content person. Cool. Officially. I got to do producing stuff as well because it's just me and Jolly there.
So you're wearing suit, no bottoms, right?
Yes, suit, no bottoms. You'd think I'd at least wear shorts, but I won't.
No. Well, people need to know who you are, so you wear the diaper in the bottom as BBD. So they think, oh, that's I get it now. Big P. Okay.
That's why they do that. I usually don't see you from the waist down. A lot of people didn't know I have legs.
Right.
For a while.
Maglev suit.
Good job. Excited about all that. I will just say, listen to this show. Listen to the Blitzball Boys. Listen to the Lonely Boys. Listen to all the bullshit that we crank out there. Enjoy it. Love it. Me and Peter are going to be interviewing a bunch of people that have been on Floorball too. So it's going to be fun to talk about. We are so excited for everything Blitzball, but for now, I'm excited to talk to all these new personalities. I think we have so far have Drew and Sam lined up. I'm excited to talk to two of them. And otherwise, Brian, you have anything else?
I got nothing else. I think with that, if you liked what you heard today, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, do it there. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, be sure to subscribe and rate us. That helps, I think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns for us, please email us at thehobbyboyspod@gmail.com and follow us at thehobbyboyspod on Twitter and Instagram. X. We're not on. What's the other one you talked about today, Brendan?
Threads. I wasn't sure people still use it.
We're not on Threads.
Never.
Do not follow us.
I would never.
But that's it. So I guess with that, remember everybody, have fun with it.
Bye-bye.